Welcome to 734 Games, and this is Game Time, and this is your host, Tom. And today, we are playing Spec Ops the Line. Now, before we get started with this game, my nephew, he's getting cancer treatments. His Gofundme is in the description. Check that out. And let's get started with Spec Ops the Line.
You're gonna have to talk fast, boss. He's fading.
We're here to help. Just stay with me, all right?
Forgive me. They took McPherson. You gotta find him.
We will, but I need you to tell me where they took him.
They took him to the nest.
Nest, all right, good. And what about Conrad? Is he still alive? God damn it. Lugo, mark the bodies on tag. Adams, check outside for tracks. I want to know what...
And with that, this is your host, Tom. And we're playing Spec Ops the Line, a game published by 2K and developed by Jaeger. This game was released in 2012 for the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, Linux, Microsoft Windows, and OS X. Now, the only version I've played of this game is the Linux version, and I would say do not do it. Don't do it. Don't play the Linux version. I love Linux, but the Linux version of this game has not been updated and runs like pure crap. So with that being said, the Windows version, you're looking at the Windows version right here, and I think the game runs pretty good. It's a fun game to me. I know a lot of people said this game was critically acclaimed when it came out. A lot of people said this game wasn't that fun, but I kind of enjoy this kind of combat. Like I said, it reminds me of Ghost Recon Wildlands. That's another, but that game is more open world. This game is more corridor. And the game looks really good. But back then, you would not have been able to make an open world game look this good. This game is more of a story-driven, single-player, action, third-person shooter. The combat is semi-realistic, not fully realistic. It's not a simulator, but it's semi-realistic. And the backdrop is a semi-realistic background where you have to make choices. And the choices affect, just kind of affect the story a little bit. But, I mean, it really doesn't affect it it's not like an RPG, so it basically you have to make choices throughout the game, moral choices. So if you want to play Spec Ops The Line right now, your only real option is actually Windows PC, or unless you have an old Xbox 360 lying around, but I wouldn't suggest getting an Xbox 360. I mean, these old consoles are kind of starting to go, and, I mean, I'm sure it looks pretty dated on the 360. It looks pretty good on Windows. Although I would love to see this game get a remaster, but I don't think it will. I'd love to see it on backwards compatibility on the Xbox, but it's not. So that's unfortunate. You can't play it. Well, you can play it if you have developer mode on your Series X. If you're lucky enough to get your hands on an Xbox Series X, you can put that console in development mode and play this game. I don't know if it'll look like the PC version and if it'll update the graphics. It probably won't, because the developer probably has not updated that game, that version of the game. So it'll probably just look like it looked back in the day. But you can still play it. That's one thing that's really cool about the Series X. I don't have a Series X. I'm not lucky enough to get one. I just play on my PC, my Linux PC and my Windows PC. And I'm enjoying this game on Windows. I think it's fun. I like the shooting. I like how you get to use the environment against your enemies. I like you have a good cover system. Kind of reminds me of Gears a little bit, but it's a lot more like Ghost Recon Wildlands. So with that being said, I think this is a good purchase. It's pretty cheap right now. I mean, it's an old game, so it's not going to be very expensive. You can probably get it for $20 or less if you find it on sale. Obviously, you find this game on sale or find it on a site like Kingwin.net or something. You can probably get this game a lot cheaper, maybe $5. But this is definitely worth the money. I mean, if you pay $20, you are still not getting ripped off, because this is a good game. They put a lot of work into this. Decent presentation, decent voice acting, and the mechanics in this game are actually pretty good. So check out Spec Ops The Line by Jaeger Development and 2K. I don't know about their latest. The Jaeger Development, they're working on some competitive shooter game on the Epic Game Store. I don't know how good it is or not. It's P versus E, P versus P type game. Maybe it's good or not. I don't know. But I might check it out because this is a pretty good. Spec Ops the Line is actually a pretty good game. And that's pretty much it for this episode of Game Time. This is your host, Tom, signing off from 734 Games, where gaming is alive.
You hear that? Someone's coming.
Quick, hide.
Dropping C4? What were you thinking?
They were dug in, sir. We didn't have many options.
You're lucky this whole place didn't collapse. Where's the soldier? The one we took from the plane?
Downstairs, sir.
Is he being guarded?
At all times.
Good. Think I'll go say hi.
Agent Custody. Wait.
What?
He won't talk, sir.
He'll talk to me.
Walker, that guy was American.
Yeah, I noticed.
Why are the locals taking orders from an American? And why's he got a hard-on for the 33rd?
I have no idea.
Shit.
Ask him yourself.
They're still alive. Take care of them.